Greetings, conceptual, intellectual, eccentric Aquarius. My name is Eliane Nicole. I'm an astrologer and a tarot card reader, and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is a new channel. My first round of readings was last month when I did forecasts for all of the 12 signs for November 2018. And now I am doing another round of forecasts for all the signs for December 2018. So this is the Aquarius forecast, and I'm going to try and get through it rather quickly because I think the last set of videos was a little too long. I'm going to do the cards, and then I'm going to talk about the planets after the cards. And I recommend that you watch the video for your sun, moon, and rising sign. If you don't know what your sun, moon, and rising sign are, I highly recommend that you contact me to have your birth chart done. Everyone should have their birth chart done at least once in their life. It's an incredible tool for self-awareness and self-discovery. And once you have that done, it'll make these readings and other readings so much more specific to your understanding. So I'm going to cut the cards and I'm going to flip them over pretty quickly, and then I will go in further detail and show them to you. So Aquarius, as we enter December, is Justice reversed, covered by the Five of Pentacles, crossed by the Nine of Pentacles. The foundation is the Six of Cups. What's leaving is the Four of Rods reversed. What could come into being is the Eight of Rods. What will come into being is the Hanged Man. Fears or insecurities are the Ten of Rods. Others see you as the Devil. Positive feelings are the Ten of Cups reversed. And the outcome is the Six of Pentacles reversed. So Aquarius, as we enter December, well, first of all, your major arcana are Justice, the Hanged Man, and the Devil. So December is an intense month for Aquarius. Justice is obvious. It's about actual justice, equality, bias, fairness. The Hanged Man is about suspension sometimes, but also an opportunity to look at things from a different perspective. And the Devil is, the Devil represents the things that hold us in bondage in life. It's a very scary card to a lot of people, but it's really about it's about the things that bind us, and for different people that manifests in the material world in different ways. For some people that can be a relationship, a bad relationship that they're in, like an abusive relationship. For some people it can be a toxic professional or job situation that they're in. For some people it can be their bondage of self, their own character defects that keep them bound. Sometimes the Devil manifests as temptations. It's the things that seduce us in life. And so when we experience the Devil, it is not, we often enjoy it, but it may be, So these are all the things that the Devil can embody. So don't be nervous when that card pops up. It's metaphorical. So as we enter December, the Aquarius is Justice reversed. So it looks like at the beginning of the month, Aquarius is feeling that something is unfair, and they may be feeling hurt or injured by this unfairness. And the Aquarius is crossed by the Nine of Pentacles. So the work in this cycle for Aquarius is well, it's a couple of things. There is financial work and working on, independence and being self-supporting through one's own contributions, of course. But then there's also issues of self-worth and self-esteem that Aquarius will be working on in the month of December. And the basis of the situation is the Six of Cups reversed. So it looks like for some Aquarius, this is going to manifest as a reunion with an old friend. For some Aquariuses, this is going to manifest as a spat with a friend or loved one, meaning maybe not seeing eye to eye about something or having a little quarrel. This could also be a separation from a friend or a loved one. And it can also be, it can be feeling let down, betrayed, any of those things by a friend or loved one. Sometimes it's a reunion, a bittersweet reunion with a friend or loved one. So those are all of the things that could be the basis of the Aquarian December. What's leaving is the Four of Rods reversed, and this was a time of a chill time. And what could come into being is a very active time, very busy, a lot of forward movement. What will come into being is the Hanged Man. So this is looking at things in a different way. This is working on your discipline and your balance and your flexibility and maybe changing your perspective. And this may feel like a state of suspension. Action may be suspended as you hold this pose in life. And fears or insecurities are the Ten of Rods reversed. There's your fears or insecurities about seeing the road ahead and releasing everything that you're carrying and taking a good look at what's ahead of you. Others see Aquarius as the devil. Now, Aquarius, I know that this is a scary card to go in the position, and it doesn't mean that everyone is looking at you like that way, but there may be someone close to you looking at you that way. And this doesn't mean that they see you as the actual devil. Well, in some cases, maybe there are Aquariuses out there that are being devilish, and if so, knock it off. But for other Aquariuses, this is more just like you may be in your character defects. You may be angry, you may be jealous, you may be resentful, there may be something going on. Or there could be others who are seeing you as being in a situation of bondage that you need to get yourself out of. Is it addiction? Is it a bad relationship? Is it a terrible job? So that's what others are seeing, Aquarius. Also, you have a positive feeling about a relationship that's ending, or a relationship that may be unraveling, or you may be having positive feelings about some sorrows or regrets, if that makes any sense. And the outcome of the month is the Six of Pentacles reversed, which means, for some Aquariuses, this was going to be a big expenditure at the end of the year. For others, this is going to mean feeling a little out of balance. There could be a power dynamic with the distribution of money in a situation with Aquarius. Aquarius might feel like they're not getting their fair share of something at the end of this year. So that's the tarot overview for Aquarius. And now I'm going to talk a little bit about the planets. December 1st, Mercury retrograde enters Scorpio. And this is a tough week for Aquarius in terms of miscommunications, technological difficulties, possibly like losing things or, minor frustrations or accidents. So it's good to lay low this week. Scorpio, this is not for all Aquariuses, but for particularly late degree Aquariuses, because Scorpio is entering Mercury retrograde obviously at 29 degrees and it's only going back to 27. So it'll probably, this week is really going to affect any Aquariuses who are born like 25 degrees to, 29 degrees Aquarius. So if you don't know what degree your sun is in, I recommend that you contact me for a reading. I can do your chart. I can tell you what degree your sun is, your moon, your rising, all of your planets, and it helps make these readings much more specific. Also on December 1st, Jupiter in Sagittarius is forming a biquintile with Uranus in Aries. And let's see, for Aquarius, this could be a pleasant aspect for early degree Aquariuses. This is going to be anyone who's born within the first like 8 or 9 degrees of Aquarius will probably feel this. And this is an expansion and growth through a shakeup. It could be an unexpected travel opportunity. There's expansion, exploration, and the unexpected. Shakeup, unpredictable, rebellion of expansion and good fortune. So yeah, that's the energy of the Jupiter biquintile Uranus, and for early degree Aquarius, that will be forming a sextile with the Sagittarius. So December 2nd, Venus enters Scorpio, and Venus in Scorpio is can be a challenging time romantically for Aquarius. Again, Scorpio squares Aquarius, so whenever anything is going on in Aquarius, and this is going to be affecting early degree Aquariuses initially, as Venus travels through Scorpio, where it'll be through January 7th, at some point in its path, it's going to be landing on every Aquarius's sun, but it starts out in the early degrees and it makes its path. And that's why it's great to get a reading. I can tell you exactly, where Venus and Scorpio will be traveling through your chart when it's angling your sun, because that can be either difficulties in the area of romance, sex, and love, or that can mark difficulties in the area of creativity. For some people, it will mark some tension in the financial realm. December 2nd, also the true node in Cancer is forming a trine with Chiron, and Chiron in Pisces. And so this, for Aquarius, well, this is a healing aspect. Collectively, we are working on changing our collective North Star, changing our collective purpose, and also healing our deepest wounds, and so we have to look at healing Mother Earth as a human race, but there's also places in our own lives that we have to heal, and where this transit shows in your chart looks at where that healing is going to be taking place for you during this transit. So if you want to find out how long this transit lasts and where it is in your chart, contact me for a birth chart reading. And I can do readings in person or on the phone. So if you live in another state or another city or another country, it's no problem. I can still do the reading. And December 6th, Mercury goes direct. So any miscommunications or that you had with people, scheduling conflicts that weren't working out, contracts that were having trouble getting done, technical things that were breaking down, all of this should start to straighten out on the 6th. And it'll be straightening out for the next couple of weeks until about the 24th, when Mercury returns to the degree it was when it originally went retrograde, which is when we're really out of the woods with it. But after the 6th, we can start signing contracts again. We can start, scheduling procedures again. We can start, going to the mechanic or getting things fixed or whatever those kinds of things are. And December 7th is the new moon in Sagittarius. New moons are obviously always very fertile spiritual ground for setting intentions for things that we want to manifest. The Sagittarius full moon in particular is good for setting intentions around Sagittarian type themes. Sagittarius themes include education, philosophy, travel, exploration, faith, religion, spirituality, higher truth, optimism, growth, expansion. All of these are Sagittarian themes, and these are great intentions to set at this new moon. The universal forces will be pushing it forward into creation, into manifestation. So what else? December 9th, Chiron goes direct in Pisces. This is, again, this is another healing aspect, but we would have to look at where Chiron is in your chart. And I encourage everyone to get their chart done to look at this, because as we heal collectively at the human race, part of it is healing ourselves, and that whole idea of be the change you want to see in the world. So as we are, as a community trying to heal Mother Earth, we also have to be looking at in our own personal lives, where do we need to heal so that we're healthier to contribute to that greater healing that obviously needs to take place. And December 12th, Mercury enters Sagittarius. And this is collectively our communication is going to be changing to more Sagittarian themes. Again, these themes include education, philosophy, exploration, travel, expansion, growth, faith, optimism, religion, spirituality, higher truth. These are all the Sagittarian themes that the collective communication is going to turn to when Mercury goes into Sagittarius. December 15th is an important aspect. It is Uranus semi-square Neptune. Uranus in Aries semi-square Neptune in Pisces. And Uranus in Aries, the late degree Aquarians will be affected by this because it's 28 degrees Aries, which will be forming a sextile with the late degree Aquarians. And so this is a shakeup. It is a shakeup in idealism, possibly a shakeup in dreams, a shakeup in spiritual practice, faith. It could also be a shakeup in addiction. Neptune rules creativity. It also rules drugs and alcohol. Again, it depends on what degree of Aquarius you're born in, how this will affect you. And if you want to know more about this transit, how long it's going to last, and if it's affecting your chart, definitely contact me for a reading. December 21st, the sun enters Capricorn. So it's Capricorn season, and so make sure you line up birthday presents and phone calls for all the Capricorns in your life, all the goats in your life. And a lot of times Aquarians do have goats in their life, because they're right next to us on the zodiac. And some Aquarians, there are more goat-like Aquarians as well. There are the Aquarian Aquarians, and then there are the goat Aquarians, and then there are the more Piscean Aquarians. So, December 22nd is the full moon in Cancer, and the full moon in Cancer is a very emotional full moon. I think Aquarius, classic Aquarius, finds this to be maybe too overly emotional of a full moon. It's a very sensitive moon. This moon has a lot about the mother issues, feminine power. It highlights issues of the feminine nurturing energy in your life. It also highlights issues of protection and home and coziness and security and protectiveness. And so these are the Cancerian full moon themes. And December 27th, Jupiter forms a semi-sextile with Saturn. And that's Jupiter in Sagittarius forming a semi-sextile with Saturn in Capricorn. And let's see, Sagittarius, this is going to be impactful for mid-degree Aquarians. And so, so throughout this reading, there's been some stuff for early degree Aquarians, some stuff for mid-degree Aquarians, and some stuff for later degree Aquarians. So again, I highly recommend you get your chart done so you know where you are and which of these aspects are going to be affecting you the most, and how to maximize this for your own spiritual growth and just ease and flow in life, right? So, I would say this Jupiter semi-sextile Saturn is going to bring some good fortune and growth and expansion through work and discipline around the 27th for anyone in the like 6 degrees to 14 degrees Aquarius. Yeah, we'll feel this. This will be a pleasant aspect. Not without its work, but still. And finally, December 31st, Mars enters Aries. This is going to be a jolt of energy as Mars enters Aries. Aquarians will probably feel like going out. Aquarians will have fun. It's going to be a highly charged New Year's Eve. There's going to be a lot of drive out there. Everyone is going to be feeling a burst of energy, a burst of shooting for their goals, a burst of wanting to have fun, to charge, to go forward, to dominate, and all of those kinds of Aryan things. So be safe out there if you do go out on New Year's Eve, Aquarius. And thank you for joining me. Please subscribe to my channel. Please watch the videos for your sun, moon, and rising. Please tell your friends to watch the videos for their sun, moon, and rising. And yeah, thank you for joining me. And have a great December, Aquarius.